Hi guys, welcome back to another video. So as you're seeing in the description and on the title, this video is definitely about cheating and what I actually think about it. So this is also a follow-up video from the video Am I Like Joseph? At the end of that video, I was making reference to cheating in the Bible, in the Old Testament, and really if that is what set the attitudes of men nowadays, specifically Jamaican men. But let me clarify all of that with just one statement to say, I am not at all in agreement with cheating. I am a married woman and I literally want or think that my marriage should be within the confines of, you know, really what the Bible about. You know what I mean? So Ozzy in the back, he'll be you know, basically I drop in and out, but I'm running off this video, guys. So let me get into it. So as it relates to the Bible, while there were a lot of men in the Old Testament, to be specific, that had multiple wives, there's nowhere that God promoted it, because everywhere in the Bible, almost the 10 Commandments and other section in the Bible, God spoke about a man having one wife and the wife having one husband, and that they should commit to each other and so on. I am definitely believing in that, right? So just to clarify that, that's not the case. You
don't believe in cheating?
No, not at all. Cheating it actually hurts somebody, because it will leave the other person feeling insufficient, wondering if something is wrong. You know, it maybe work against their self-esteem or their, you know, morally it's wrong. You know what I mean?
You know so, something you want to mention though, Rashid? Yeah. Because the last video spoke about like men. I think you're about to say that cheating men and having multiple women, and you said that it came from Bible days. So. And he also mentioned that you're saying that it's wrong. But I think the spin-off to that now is that what we're seeing nowadays is that the women are come out. They come out, right? As them say, goody are come out and so on.
Right out.
And the women somewhat feel liberated and they feel as if they should not sit anymore and allow men to take advantage of them and their loyalty. You know what I mean? Take advantage of them by having multiple women, and they sit down and farm a fool or play a fool while the men running around.
Right.
So really, what I want to hear now, more hear what's your perspective, and persons out there more want to share what's your perspective as well. If you think a lady should sit down
and cheat.
Sit down in the mess, right? Man run around and cheat on them, or they should go out there and make themselves comfortable.
Like as in to cheat?
An eye for an eye, right? We're equal, you can cheat, I can cheat too. Because that's what happens nowadays. So, I like hear what you have to say about that. Alright,
personally, I believe in being a virtuous woman. And by saying that, I don't believe in following a man. Because you can't do what a man do and still be a woman. While this might seem cliche, we have grown hearing this. Really, you don't really want to be a woman and you're exposing yourself to every man. Literally, you don't want that. Even thinking about hygiene, you really don't want to do that. Because we know what happens when we actually go that way with our persons. Like, intimacy is so intimate. I don't think you should be doing that with multiple men. And then, like, I don't know about anybody else, but for me personally, I know the Bible says spiritually, but I have to be in tune with the person. So if I'm not in tune with the person, how much persons are you going to be in tune with? Like, that's definitely unsafe in many ways. You know what I mean? And
I think
if a woman gets pregnant, that's another thing to consider too. Like, who's the dad? Like, a lot of red flags. And literally, I don't think that you should even consider that. I think if you can't manage a man that cheats, you should leave him alone. And also, you should consider the factors what cause the cheating. So we have to consider the factors, right? And this is not unique to women alone, also men, if they have women that cheats, right? So some of the factors, sometimes some people genuinely have a problem. They have an issue.
They are cheater.
You need to find out if you can deal with this, yes or no. Because if in the process, you are going to lose yourself, your sanity, and most importantly, like financial gains, you need to leave this person alone, because then this person is detrimental to you and your growth. And also, maybe possibly to your health. So you need to let this person go, as hard as it might be, because especially if you love the person, you need to love yourself first. And then cheating, the person should also be respectful of, you know, how somebody else view you. They're not respectful to you, so why you're trying to stay with somebody that's not even respectful? I'm not in agreement with that. So I think in some cases you can look into yourself, especially if you have neglected your partner, because that is another reason why people cheat too. Their partner neglected them sexually, emotionally, all type of, even physically too. Like a woman is supposed to be the caring person, and a man on the other hand supposed to be protective. So I guess if you are not living up to these expectations, a relationship, it causes the person to cheat. While I don't agree with it, because you need to have a frank discussion with the person, or let them know, you know, I'm not feeling this or that in the relationship no more. I think we should go our separate ways, instead of just cheating on the person. Like, how do you live with yourself cheating on the person, and then you come in and laugh up with the person in them face? Like, you literally is like a Judas or a Delilah. That's what I think. Like, it's just everything about mistrust. You know what I mean? So
those women out there, actually, say them a cheat just like the man them, right? They decide that they're gonna play evil. When you think about that, suppose they really love the man and they don't want to leave, but at the same time the man cheated on them and they feel hurt, and they decided that they're gonna get back.
So it all depends on whoever they are with, because you have some men, although they cheat, if you cheat, like it's the end of the relationship for them. So they must know what they are willing to put at risk or at stake. So that's why I say that it's simple that you just leave the person alone, or you just take time, take a flight. Because if the man stand for that, like if you cheat, but yet still him continuously cheat on you, and it's hurting you and it's tearing you down as a person, in the meantime, you need to go, because you're destroying yourself in the whole process. And then at the end of the day, you can't win, because if you cheat on him not going to stay with you, or him not going to respect you, or him not going to look on you the same way, or him can't love on you the same way, because him can't, me tell you, man mind work a certain way, you know, them can't imagine the next man to be with you. But at the same time, most time they like to dish out what they can receive, you understand? So
because when a man be with a woman, you're him queen, you know, man.
So if you have a queen, why then you cheat? That just don't make no sense.
It's just because the man promiscuous and he can't satisfy. But at the end of the day, him don't want somebody falling for him prize. When a man there with the woman is a prize, you know.
Okay, she's the prize.
You're on the top shelf.
And then the next lady is what? The person who I'm cheating with. Like, even like the habitual cheaters, like the repeated cheaters, like him literally have a wife side chick, if there's such a word, where you call
so
that.
One worse than the other, the man who cheat from time to time, worse.
Two of them
than the one who do it habitually.
Two of them bad. Eh? Two of them bad, but I'm just saying, what if him have a side? Because there are cases, guys, where the side chick is loved more than the wife. I've seen that.
You can't know that, Rashid. You cannot know
well,
that.
I look on and see that, and it's very sad.
It might appear that way, because sometimes a man with a woman will stop. Women stubborn, you know, Rashid. Them no one do nothing outside of what they're willing to do for the man, you know. The man already love them, and once a man love you and loyal to you. So, he's not going to leave you alone. He want you as him wife, but at the same time, there are a lot of gaps there, so him go outside for the fulfillment. It is wrong. But it doesn't mean that because him pay the side chick a lot of attention and love her more. It doesn't necessarily mean that. It could be the case, but it doesn't necessarily mean that. It could mean that she's filling a gap that you can't fill. And it can be two factors. It can be because he's greedy, right? and he wants more even though you're doing everything. And it can be, say, he's not greedy, he's just sick in his mind. You know what I mean? Sorry, he's greedy or sick in his mind, or it could be a case whereby you are not forthcoming with what he expecting from a wife.
So ladies,
so it can be several reasons, you cannot know. That's why them have person will sit couple down and talk to them to find out what is the problem. Because a man can sit a woman down and try to explain to her what he would like to happen, and she would think that it's too much or it's being unfair. So sometimes you need a mediator, a middle person to can look at both of you and say that, well, first and foremost, find out if you really and truly love each other. Because if you love each other, then everything else can fix. But if you don't love each other, it's a Mickey Mouse business, right? And it will cause a good lady who don't believe in cheating to go outside and cheat because she's hurt and she's trying to get back at the man. You know what I mean? You have women out there, even though you see a lot of women running around, you have good women out there who would never cheat on their partner, especially if they have a good one.
Right.
But men put them in a situation whereby they
feel vulnerable because the man is supposed to protect the lady. Yes, and when I say a man is supposed to protect the lady, is even mentally too. So when she's in doubt, you need to be there to be support. So if a woman's so complex in all her feelings and emotions, where a man find time to cater to another woman who also have feelings and emotion, when female wife's supposed to be so complex, you know what I mean? So like you literally have a whole relationship with somebody else that's just, I don't think say you can give all of yourself if you share the love. That's what I think, because it's so demanding, literally, even to be in a marriage, to work on a marriage. Sometimes, like you literally, the whole world have to seize around you, and it just have to be you and your partner working on you, like real effort for both of you. Because really and truly, if you follow up work and being tired, you also can neglect your duty as a husband or a wife, and that's not right. You know what I mean? Because you need to give off yourself. So even sometimes if you feel tired or you're up in your feelings, you have to try to come out of your feelings and just give off yourself. You even have to give what you don't have. That's why I think marriage is so sacrificial. So like the ladies who purposely go in somebody's marriage, I think that's wrong. Especially if you know about it and you're going it is wrong. And this not only go for marriages, it go for committed relationships. So like you see somebody I do them thing, you know of it, it is nice, it is like it's right out there and you deliberately go in it, it's wrong. Because the same thing what the wife are require from the man, you are going to start require that.
Hey, Rashi, you know something very controversial. I have to touch upon this. You know, say, I've been know a lot of women of course, but you know, say, cheating can save relationship. You believe that?
Me hear people talk about that, but me not believe that. Because me personally, me don't know about nobody else. Me personally, I'm very jealous. So, the thought alone, I got to just mess up my mind.
But you know,
I mean, I feel like this gone.
You know, a woman can be in the house with a man, or a man in the house with a woman, and by cheating, it stabilizes their mind, and they can come home happy after them cheat. And get, it's like drinking, you know. It's like any drug.
That for sure. You're saying it right.
You know? No, it's
because
not right.
Because if it's something, have to be like a drug.
No, remember we are the
lustful.
same. Yeah, but remember
it's not right, right?
Yeah, but remember we are the same wavelength. We say it is not right. It's wrong.
But oh yeah, it can save a marriage.
So it can save a marriage in a way where, but it can be temporary, right? Temporarily save a marriage, because a man can be with a woman and him love her and him loyal to her and don't see himself without her. But there are some things that bother him every time when him come around. Not every time, but sometimes. So the cheating,
things like what? Give me one example of something that may bother.
The woman can lazy and lay down in a bed and like spread up her bed. And every time I'm looking at the bedroom, she can't believe say something as simple as that can bother her mind.
So why wouldn't he talk to her?
Because whenever he talk to her, it causes a problem and an argument. And man don't like too much argument sometimes. I talk about the same
so
thing.
So the side chick to spread up her bed?
No, the man can just go in an argument with you and just go out and go have fun and come back in.
So you know, so the side chick spread up her bed or
that's
the
not
other
the
woman?
point if him spread her or not. When him go there and get that drug, him get that feeling. When him go there, bed spread or whatever she's doing, him get away from the environment when feel uncomfortable about, and him come back in.
So I'm not go forever.
Because him love the lady, him love him.
No, but the lady not spread up her bed and she not change. So when come back for?
I understand your point. I'm just showing you that.
I guess the next lady should be the wife.
I'm just showing you that sometimes it's like a getaway. It is a getaway. And persons out there know that I'm speaking the truth. It is a getaway for a lot of people.
But if the woman assumes, if the lady put herself in a state of mind where she can't stand her husband, she'll get away, go talk to her next man.
Of course.
And chat the man.
Yeah, of course. I'm showing you
with the next man. And it's not right.
We know it's wrong.
You must seek a friend within your wife and vice versa for the husband.
Yeah.
Once you see you start not seeing eye to eye and you go and chat your wife with a next woman, or you the woman chat your man with a next man, it's not right.
Yeah.
I don't believe in it.
Classic case now. You realize I'm trying to show you a point and you ignore the point. The point that I'm making that is not right any at all. But I'm showing you that some persons use it as an opportunity to hide away from the problem, not to cheat, to hide away because they cannot confide in the person that live in their home. They cannot talk to them. They cannot go on the same wavelength. They cannot understand each other any at all. But the man or the woman, they still love the person that they are with, but they are lacking understanding and companionship. They don't want to leave that relationship, so they go out there for what they want and come back in happy and just say, you know what, let me leave my wife with her bad ways because I'm already conquered that outside already. It is not right, it is wrong, but it happens. So in order to fix relationship, you need to find out what is the problem and what the other person is using to address that problem and see if it is the right mechanism or not and fix it from there. But you cannot say that one, there is not a problem, and two, he shouldn't be fixing it any at all. The person take it upon themselves to fix it because there is no redress. That's why you have crime and violence. There is no redress. So somebody kills somebody because they feel as if there is no way they can get satisfaction. So that's how they satisfy themselves.
So, are you hearing that from a husband? So, what that says, if you're in a relationship or most importantly a marriage, listen to your husband and make sure he can get redress, and vice versa, husband listen to your wife and make sure she can get redress.
And some people can't please, them just love cheat.
Yes, that is what I was saying. There are certain factors. So some people, them literally have a problem. Some man, them have something to prove to somebody otherwise from their wife, maybe them friends or family members, so them can have
be a girl.
Yeah. So ladies, look out if your husband they're on a promiscuous family members and them something where you know of, keep an eye on them because they can be highly influential and vice versa. If your lady out with somebody who morally shouldn't have no values and whatever, you know, say it's a red flag for them. Say, show me your friends and tell me who you are. So if she can really draw out you're a good woman and make she become a bad woman, you need to be careful and be careful of who we also take advice from. Because some of these people we're taking advice from, they literally need to sort out their own lives. Like them life in a rubble. Like, you see people that move on all the time and them still can't find an abiding city. You ever see that yet? Both men and women. Like they move on, so that person have this problem, they move on and keep moving on and them still can't settle. Them literally have a problem. Them need to see the face.
You believe in forgiveness or shit?
Of course I believe in forgiveness.
Okay.
So that means that the lady should
No, just something popping on my head. I just wonder, say, what you think? Like, if a man cheat on his wife, you think him can get, you know?
Like for me personally, you have different deal breakers. I have my deal breakers. Like, if Jermaine, if you for cheat, like me have things when me not gonna discuss with you where conditions when me gonna take you back. But there are certain conditions where if you pass that, like literally that's a deal breaker for me and me not take you back. Me not take you back. So maybe it's bad for me and maybe me not find no nice man again or whatever, but that's fine because like me can't live with it. Like if it's something where everybody know them can't live with. If me can't live with it, it don't make no sense because it means that 10, 15, 20 years down the line me are gonna nag you about it. Say, remember when you did do this, or I have a resentment towards you, and that's not healthy for the relationship. So if me can't live it down or get over it, it doesn't make any sense me continue a relationship.
Yeah.
You understand?
Yeah.
So everybody have them own deal breaker. Some men, if the woman even cheat one time, they don't want time back. Some women, if the man cheat one time, they don't want him back. Some people, him can do it as much as possible once them don't know about it. Some people, him can do it as much as possible once him not get no pitney. You understand? If there's no children form out of the connection. Some people like different things. Like I personally know somebody that says like if the man have a child outside of the relationship, it's not a deal breaker for them. Especially considering the fact that they struggle with infertility. Well, for some people, them can't live with it because every day them know after pitney, they know say them can't bring forth one or that never come true for them. Them have a resentment towards the child. So I don't think it even healthy for the child either. So if the lady can't live past it, she should go. You don't think so too?
Yeah.
So that him can get free and live him life, or him want to live it and you will live it all. But you're going to be in a relationship with somebody where you hate them and you hate the pitney, it's not healthy. Because it's just pure hate. You know what I mean? Once it's going to bring forth hate, it don't make no sense. But if you can live and you can live in a harmony and get over it, I think somebody should get a second chance. But it depends on how it happen and all of them, something like whole heap of variables. Like if it look deliberate, all of them factors.
Somebody make mistake and have kids out there.
No, somebody not make mistake and have kids out the road. Like with cheating, like with some people, like them in a situation where...
Personally, I don't think cheating is a mistake any at all. Cheating is a deliberate action.
It must be a deliberate action, especially if you're a man. Because if a man wants cheating...
Especially if you're a woman. For both parties. What you talking about? Yo, be not easy. Especially if you're a woman.
No, me don't think about that. Like, for a woman to be virtuous, like, me not agree with cheating any at all.
Yeah.
So, me just make that clear to you.
No, but I say, oh, that's crazy.
Yeah, but, like some things, like, me I'll lose my chain of thought now. I argue with Jeremy. Yeah, but me just say, guys, like, what are your thoughts on it? I really want to continue this topic, especially on a live. So more definitely comment below and let me know like what your thoughts are. If you're looking forward to that live, I need it to be very interactive. And you know, may have some little stuff where I go just draw out of the hat for you at that point. But until then, I hope you really found this video or the discussion between my husband and myself very informative and just something that will just tickle your brain. You know what I mean? So definitely comment below and let me know what you think about it, especially if you are in the confines of marriage or a committed relationship. If you have been through that as a younger person, you are now an older person. If you're currently going through that, I'm not going to put that down the earth though if you're currently going through that, but my heart goes out to you if you're currently going through that. If you don't know about it and soon know about it, boy, may I tell you, I'm sorry for you. You understand? But right now, all I can say, everybody who have a husband or a spouse, you literally can't laugh after nobody where this happen to. Because anything possible, you just have to literally put God in at the center, pray and hope say, and you are going to be the next victim. You know what I mean? And yeah, so definitely comment below and let me know what you think about it. I hope you really enjoyed this video. If it's the first time you're seeing us, I am Rashi and he is Wally, and we have a son Jaden. And definitely subscribe to this channel if you haven't done so already, and just become a part of this community. We try to be very interactive here. You know what I mean? Give you our views on certain things, and definitely we like to connect in the comment section. So I definitely want you to drop your comments there so I know what's in your thoughts. And also I love to know my subscribers by name, so definitely do so. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe, and leave your comment in the comment section and let Rashi know what you're thinking and what your comments are. I'll see you in another vlog. Bye.